I officially breached 100,000 words. Getting very close to being done the draft. It would be so crazy to have a book like The Floating House die on sub while Local Heavens was able to get picked up, because Local Heavens was not even supposed to get published. Hi, welcome back to another writing vlog. My name is Chris. I'm a speculative fiction writer. I'm trying to finish my 4th manuscript. When I finish it, it will be my sophomore novel. Fingers crossed if we even get there. It's been a very up and down process with me trying to write this book, and there's been a lot of challenges with it. Today, I had a very encouraging call with my agent. This was our first big catch up. Yeah, it was really nice to talk with my agent. She is so excited about the book and she's really excited to pitch it. I'm very happy about that, and I feel very lucky because my agent really has not tried to box me into anything, and I feel like I've had the freedom to kind of just write whatever I want. My debut novel, which is coming out this October, sci-fi, dystopian, cyberpunk, and I feel like when we were pitching Local Heavens, the dystopian revival resurgence that we're seeing right now, I feel like we were just a little bit too early, and so it was really hard to get that book pushed towards an offer stage, because I was talking with my agent and she did say that she felt like certain editors, I don't know how many, saw the potential and liked my writing, which is partly why I decided to switch to fantasy for my sophomore novel. Sci-fi is always going to be a harder sell as a debut author, and I feel rejuvenated and I feel excited to be working on The Floating House again. I think I'm going to try to get a good amount done within the next month. Hopefully we'll get to the end within the next month, or next month and maybe a few days to a week, 2 to 3 weeks to edit and line edit. It's not going to be a deep edit, but just enough of an edit so that when it gets to my agent, it's in a good place. I'm going to send the first couple chapters to my agent. The other big thing that is happening right now is that I am moving. That has been a whole situation. I want to build a dedicated office space, and I want to build my office space in the way that I've always wanted to build it, and I haven't been able to do that here. Some very clear inspiration photos that I want to follow. I'm thinking I want to go dark. I want to go vintage, earthy tones. And that's the plan for the next little while, and we're gonna get going. As you guys can see, there's so much to fix in here. I'm gonna start with putting some books into this box, and the books that are gonna go in this box are books that I am gonna give away and not keep. I actually really like these books. More middle grade. This is historical fiction, I think. I don't know if I will be getting around to reading this anytime soon. Okay, I'm gonna unhaul Charlotte's Web and these Kenneth Vogel books. Percy Jackson, I think we'll keep. More books. I think these are all of my current books. Oh yeah, these are straight from my condo. I'm not gonna unhaul any of these because these are all gonna get shelved. Amazing. I'm gonna keep all these ones here. This box is gonna go down to the basement. I know I'm supposed to be unhauling books, but I did recently buy a bunch of books. These 3 books I have already read. This is A Restless Truth, Freya Mars's second book in her first romantasy trilogy. I've already read this book. This is How You Lose the Time War, which again I've already read, but I just wanted to own a copy. When Among Crows by Veronica Roth, like a novella, which I have already read as well. These are 3 books that I haven't read yet. Hi, we're in a green room. Look at this. I was just filming a different video. Here is my little impromptu workstation. That's my desk. There is so much that needs to be done. Really excited to have an office. So excited. And I'm so excited to be able to like film videos in this little office. I technically still live in Toronto. I'm excited to have more space. Anyways, I'm just gonna vlog a little bit of fixing up this office. This is my incredibly messy desk. One of the first things that I'm gonna do is set up my computer again. I literally just mounted my second monitor last night, which took actually so long. I'm gonna sort out this cable situation, and that's the first thing that we're gonna do this afternoon. I'm gonna touch up some of the patchy parts on the wall. I'm gonna start bringing up boxes of books that are in the basement, and I moved all of these from my condo. We don't have shelves yet, and I don't know when we will get shelves. I'm just gonna be unloading the books that I know that I want to keep in this room. These are not like sorted in any way. We have some young adult here. Oh my god, it's so dusty. Yeah, this is more YA. These are some classics. Oh, it's so dusty. Oh. Also, I did finally get my desk set up. It's looking pretty okay right now. Here's the mirror, which I might actually keep in here. Anyways, back to the books. So it is the end of the day. I'm actually going to write because I haven't worked on the floating house in like 3 days now, 3 or 4 days. So it's been a while because it's just been so chaotic with moving. I do want to get some writing done tonight because we finally have the desk set up, and yeah. So my body is like sore from moving books and finishing up the painting. I sorted through like not a ton of the books. Like this is maybe half of the books that I plan on keeping, and I still have to go through the ones that are downstairs in boxes, but I am gonna be trying to get rid of some books because I want to make room for new books. It's hard to tell how many books I have. It's not in a shelf, so I really can't tell. It's 7 p.m. I think actually one thing that I might do later tonight is put my frames up on this wall. This is like a smaller wall, so I'm gonna maybe make this an art print wall. Oh my gosh, also, I can't like open this or show you guys in this vlog. I got a package today. It's local heavens related, but I'm not allowed to like talk about what it is. so I'm not going to be opening it, but just know that you will find out what this is in a few months probably. But this is one really exciting local heavens related thing. I can't wait to share with you guys like what's been going on. It's so heavy. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the floor.
So I finally got one of these little mics. I thought I would quickly show you guys some of the books that I bought recently. So the first book is Martyr because Rachel recommended this to me. I was always planning on reading it, but I know Rachel like loves this book. I finally caved and I bought it, and I hope I can finish it this month. It's actually not very long. Also got Chain Gang All Stars, which I actually have read a chunk of this book as a library copy. But I wanted to have my own copy and finish it. And I actually love what I have read of this book. And I do think it might be a new favorite, but we'll see. The Night and the Moth. And I never actually read One Dark Window, even though I know so many people love it. I do like Rachel Gillick's writing, and I was in the mood for like a good romantasy. I have been scarred by many a romantasy that I've tried to read, but I've heard only good things about this. I did pick it up, and I'm excited to read it. I don't know if I'll read it this month or if I'll finish it this month because I do want to prioritize some of the books that I've had longer. I'm also making my way through A Song to Drown Rivers, which I know I'm super late to this book, but again, I just never got around to reading it. I have not actually put up my frames yet because got lazy and forgot about it, but I will maybe do that today, hopefully at some point in this vlog. I have been pretty much writing all day and working on the floating house. We're making some progress. It is slow progress, but it is progress. In my defense, because it has taken me weeks to finish this chapter, I think I am writing one of the most pivotal chapters in the book, learning all the secrets of the house, and we're learning about the master of the house, and Vara is she's just learning everything. I've always really struggled with the exposition in this book, and I think that's one of the main reasons why this chapter has just terrified me, is because it's a lot of exposition, and I also have to go back through the draft to figure out if I've laid the groundwork for the exposition. But yeah, I'm still really excited to write this ending. There's like 2 main big events that I still have to write, and I'm seriously worried about the word count. I might be cutting one of those big events. I have not decided yet. I haven't decided yet how I'm plotting out all the events of this final quarter. Stress. I'm stressed. I'm really hopeful that I can finish the book soon.
Hey, Clemmy.
All right, let's give a little writing update. I was able to write a lot yesterday, but I actually had decided to do mostly editing because it's been a while since I've worked on the floating house. Like, I think I took maybe a 3 to 4 day break on the manuscript while I was moving a bunch of my stuff. Obviously, because I was moving, I couldn't really work on the book. And I feel like when I'm actively drafting a book, especially for the first time, it's really hard for me to take an extended break from the project because then I forget a lot of things. Like, I hold a lot of things in my head, which I know is probably not the best thing to do, but that's just the way I've always drafted. I like hold a bunch of thoughts and scenes and ideas in my head, but I've been taking these like long pauses, like anything over a day's worth of break means that I forget a lot of things, and it's hard for me to feel connected to the story. So I had to spend a lot of yesterday reading over some of the key scenes, and naturally I started editing those scenes. But I think I've almost made it to the end of the super difficult chapter that I have been working on. I am really excited to almost be done that chapter because it's taken me probably a month now to like figure out what the heck is supposed to happen. So I did that. I got a good amount of editing in. The other thing that happened yesterday was like I officially breached 100,000 words in the book, and that is alarming. There's at least one scene that has been underwritten, so that will definitely bump the word count up. So we're looking at like 102k, and Scrivener also tends to underestimate word count. So in a Word doc, we might be closer to 105k, and that is not good because we have a lot of chapters left to write. What I'm going to do today is to figure out like if something needs to get cut out of the final act, or we just write it, we just overwrite it, figure out for draft 2 what needs to get cut, and if there's like a huge substantial revision that needs to be done. Look, of course there's a dev edit is gonna need to be done, but like in terms of how intense that dev edit is going to be, that's what we have to figure out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not looking forward to it. As I was moving stuff like out of my condo, first of all, like just did not have a desk, and I was living out of a suitcase, and I was working in cafes like most of the week, but it was really hard for me to feel like at ease and creatively stimulated. So I do feel very lucky and fortunate to now have like my full desk set up and to have my office mostly set up, minus bookshelves that are not set up. Like I also have some books there, and I have a bunch of boxes of books downstairs as well. I haven't done any reading today, and it's already 3 p.m. So I think I'm gonna try to finish Cry Voidbringer by Elaine Ho, which I have been reading for a while now, but I'm gonna do a bit of reading and then I will start writing. Yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end this video because I'm very pleased with what I accomplished this week. Set up my new office. We hit 100k in the floating house. We're getting very close to being done the draft, and at that point I will be sharing more about the project. If you are a member of my Ko-fi, I shared some extra behind the scenes stuff about this book already. I shared a bit of snippets from both Ilario and Vara's chapters. And yeah, I haven't shared the full premise yet. Whenever I'm finished this draft, I will share the full premise, and I'll do like a full recap / talking about the project. Yeah, and then I will have finished writing my 4th book, and I'm going to be very, very happy. Whether or not it will be my sophomore novel is out of my hands. I have absolutely no idea. It would be so crazy to have a book like The Floating House die on sub while Local Heavens was able to get picked up, because Local Heavens was not even supposed to get published, but here we are. Okay, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm really excited about sharing more content over this summer and the rest of this year. Let me know what kind of videos we want to see more of, because aside from vlogs and writing updates, if there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Want to support the channel or support my work, you can subscribe to my Ko-fi and get access to early updates, early looks at videos, early publishing news. Local Heavens comes out in October. It would mean so much if you pre-ordered the book or added it to your TBR. It's Pride Month and it's a queer book. I would love if you considered it for your Pride Month TBRs. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. That is all. I hope all your writing projects are going well, and I will see you guys in the next video.